Hello everybody, this is Elle Boon and I am reading an excerpt from Miss Eve Langlais Dual Abduction, which is her Purple Aliens. Purple, hello, aliens. And it's about dual guys. So what is there not to love, right? And it's hilarious because it's Eve Langlais, and so I'm very honored and excited to read this to you. And it's somewhat a little, dirty. Again, right up my alley. So without further ado, I'm going to read for you. And I'm going to fuck up words because it's what I do. I can't help it. I just can't. But I'll try really hard. Good morning, Marcia. I don't know, has anybody read Dual Abduction from Eve Langlais? Because if you haven't, you need to, because they're purple and they're aliens and they're sexy guys. So let me read this for you. It's like 3 pages long and I'm going to fuck shit up, and I apologize in advance. Hello, and do I look like I have clothes on? Because I think I have a strapless maxi dress on, so I'm hoping that it doesn't look like I'm naked. I went jeeping in a strapless maxi dress, and I don't know why. I got in the vehicle and drove away and realized I was in a strapless maxi going to the doctor. It was not good. It was fine. I just didn't realize I was wearing what I was wearing in a Jeep. But anyways, that's nothing to do with this I'm reading. Okay, here we go. Callie's ready. So, Dual Abductions by Eve Langlais. Have you decided? Decided what? She asked, flummoxed at his question. Which one of us do you prefer? Okay, that was blunt. They wanted her to choose one of them. Only one problem. Even if hypothetically she allowed herself to get involved, it would be with one and only one, but the problem of how to choose. Both turned her on. And she assumed they wanted her to select one of them for sex, which again, if she had to sacrifice her body and suffer pleasure to escape, then she'd martyr herself for the cause. But was sex all they had in mind? These were aliens after all. What if they meant something completely different? Stalling for time, she demanded clarification. Hold on a second. Exactly what am I choosing one of you for? Company, stated Brax. Pleasure, Zarn said smoothly, arching one of his brows. So you want me as a girlfriend? That depends. Do you friends on your planet get naked and fornicate? Zarn asked with a waggle of his brows. I, for one, would like you to mate with me, Brax added, shooting his friend a dark look. What had he called him? Brother in arms? Did that make them related, or was it some kind of alien military type thing? Didn't matter. They both wanted an answer. So this choosing thing is really messed up way of saying you both fighting for my heart? A wrinkle marred Brax's brow. We have no need of this internal organ that controls the movement of your blood. Although if we did, I do have knowledge of a delicious alcohol-based sauce served with some sauteed kiki leaves. It would make a nice meal, like fava beans. She blanched. Good to know. Now she thinks you mean to eat her, Brax exclaimed, cuffing his companion upside the head. Eyeing her up and down, Zarn licked his lips. Yes, I do. I might forgo real substance for days if given a chance to nibble. ... Stay back, you cannibal, she brandished a fist in front of her. Not exactly the most threatening of weapons, but it was all she had. No one's eating any of my body parts. You misunderstand, Brax replied, holding his hands up in a placating gesture. No, she doesn't. If she chooses me, I intend to get between her thighs and feast on her nectar until she goes hoarse from screaming her pleasure. His words hit her right between her legs, causing her sex to quiver. Wait a second. You're talking about eating me, not eating me. Like going down south is what she's getting the point. She could tell by their confused looks she'd lost him. You don't intend to kill me. You want to have sex. They both nodded. Oh God, the arousal in her body went up several notches. Her breasts were heavy and aching for them to act on their words. But that would be wrong. Even though we just met and we're obviously not from the same species, you just expect me to choose one of you to, have sex with? And what if I don't want to? There's not a stranger conversation. Surely never happened. Why would you not? We're considered attractive to females and quite experienced in the art of fornication. I'm better at it, Brax growled. You are not. My copulation partners are always well pleased and tell me so. Copulation. Mine are speechless, his friend replied smugly. I'm older, hence automatically more experienced. By only 3 galactic cycles. She watched their byplay as they argued over who was the best lover with a slightly incredulous air. It seemed they'd forgotten one teensy tiny thing in their quest to display themselves as the most likely to please her. Fellas? Well, I'm flattered. I'm not choosing either of you. Why? The question came with an echo, and she swallowed as they both left off arguing to focus on her. Because for one thing, I don't know either of you. And secondly, I'm not interested in having an alien boyfriend. I still plan to find my way home. Not happening. The laws are clear. And we have no wish to be this boyfriend thing. It sounds emasculating. Talking with them was making her head spin. What if I offered to willingly have sex with one of you? Would you take me home then? The friends looked at each other, then glanced back at her. Both shook their heads. Sorry, your home planet is lost to you. But choose one of us and we will offer you a new life. She pursed her lips. A better one? Zarn added in a querying tone. She snorted. This conversation is over. I think she's playing hard to get, Zarn announced, watching Louisa depart the swish of her gown, drawing eyes to the fact that the fabric molded to her rounded bottom and would look better bent over and bare of clothing. Oh, she truly means what she says and has no desire to get naked with either of us, replied his brother of the sword. Zan snorted. That's just silly. What female doesn't want to pleasure us? Do you think we insulted her by not offering to pay for her services? Oops, sorry. I didn't have my phone turned off. Zan snorted. That's just silly. I've studied enough human culture since we met Jaro's mate. See, I'm going to fuck up that name. It's Jaro, J-A-R-O apostrophe S. And this, Ilea, to think that offering her restitution for the use of her body might be an insult. Although, Brax threw him a wide grin. Feel free to try it. I'm sure if you fell, I will become the obvious choice. You'd like that, wouldn't you? As if he'd do anything to jeopardize a female choosing him. Just looking for ways to make her decision easier. She seems adamant about not choosing, though. Perhaps it's because she's torn between my dashing good looks and your, intelligence, Zarn smiled, though his friend declared. Haha, you should have chosen a career as a comedian. But seriously, you might be onto something. What if the problem is she's attracted to both of us and can't make up her mind? We are, after all. They are calling me again. We are all, after all, both excellent specimens. We should compete for her favor, then. Let her get to know us through a series of physical social events, or we could share, Brax said slowly, his expression pained at even saying it aloud. They looked at each other and laughed. Dun, dun, dun. I'm thinking they're going to share. So there you go. I got a link up in the top of this for this book from Miss Eve Langlais, and it is not her latest release, but she just had a release. So if you haven't read it, you need to. And sorry, I'm looking a hot mess. I was jeeping. So, and did I miss any questions? My knee is, I had my little ultrasound MRI thingy today. I should know tomorrow. I'm starting to get an ankle back because I did have thankles. I called them thankles because it was the same size from thigh to ankle. Hello. Aw, thanks, Kathleen Williams. Hello, everybody. I know at least it wasn't a too dirty of a one. Let Eve Langlais know that you guys love her books because she's adorable. You wish you weren't at work. Me too. And I'm going to get back to writing because I've got writing to do. I think I have some edits to do too. Final edits. So I can get this darn book out and get back to my other book. But thank you guys for listening, and let Eve know, and I'll tag her. I think I tagged her. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. And I'm going to get back to doing lives. I haven't done lives in forever. You know, you got to try to be like, oh, I don't know. It's not a beer. It's a monster. I love monsters. I'm addicted to them. Could you have a Baker cyst? No, I have a severely... Settle your Cupid down, Missy, and get better. I know, goddammit, Nita Banks. It's Callie K. Callie K and my husband's brother has her brother. So Callie has a brother named Angus, and they mated him with another lab, and so they just have puppies, and they are offered us a puppy. So Callie could have a friend. I just don't know about that. I'm not sure about that, people. Callie K having a friend? That would mean more work for me. Oh, stinks. So yeah. Well, I just got a text of my son who is at K-State doing something to do. He's at K-State and they're doing a live talent show, so I need to go and do that. So I need to go and watch a live talent show at K-State, because that's where my goob is. Oh my God, I know, Nita. And Callie's a black lab, and this is a yellow lab. So we have like a little black and yellow lab. But Callie's an old bitch. I don't think she's ready for having a puppy. But my husband said yes. So, yay, I don't know. So I'm gonna go watch my son, and I think he's on Facebook somewhere. I have to go find the link and watch him. So I love you guys, and I'll do another live when I have to do other things. I don't know how to turn it off though. I waved. Oh my God, Facebook just told me I waved. That is weird.